Hey guys, and welcome to the Igloo today, and today we're going to be talking about, because of this PvP update, and because I didn't want to make videos until, I was for certain that we were going to have PvP servers, unrateable base designs. So, last night I actually discovered that you can actually stack foundations on top of one another. I haven't done it yet personally myself, but I mean, if you're able to figure out stacking foundations just like on how this person did, go for it, because an unrateable base design is kind of what you need when it comes to dealing with a PvP type of situation in different regards. So that, I mean, let's be honest, any kind of two-shot explosive can 1 to 2 shot a wall, and it only gives somebody a 10 cap bounty. So, I mean, honestly, it's better to just have an unrateable base design than anything else. So whether you use the environment like I'm doing right here, and using a actual different kind of setups, there's actually a lot of different ways to make a unrateable base design in this type of regard. So, again, we're going to get into it. My design is actually using underneath the highway environment and actually getting everything else done. I actually picked this up from one of my raider buddies that has actually told me on how to actually make this into a trap base. So, with this actually being made into a trap base, you can actually have somebody funnel down. I don't have the metal boxes, but it can be any box that cannot be destroyed as well. Because the mechanic that you cannot destroy this kind of material will cause a big rift when it comes to PvP servers. Honestly, there should be no restrictions when it comes to something being destructible, but this game is like this, and I don't know why, so you got to take advantage for what you do have, okay? So, once you have this actual setup, and you make sure that this is blocking the front door, and the only way to get down is from the top, the other thing that you need to worry about is that respawn mat, so that you can actually respawn inside that actual base setup, especially in a tight-knit corner that you won't be killed over and over and over again, because for what we found out is that the PvP is actually going to be set up where you can only spawn at your camp, and you can only spawn at Fallout 76. With this being said, we're actually going to be needing to have a good amount of stuff, and placement is going to be very key. So if you cannot stack your foundations, or you don't know how or why, because that'll be probably the next video of me trying to figure stuff out, because there's so much I'm going to need to cover now because of actually needing to have a proper build and everything else just for PvP servers. Casuals will not last as long as somebody that has a pure build and actually has everything set up for PvP. Because why? Because of how they have the advantage taken for perk cards and everything else. You will still not be able to survive. So, with all that said, this is pretty much the design. You walk from one point, then you jump down into the hole, and then you are in a fatal funnel. Whether you put a bunch of metal boxes up, whether you put a bunch of tool cupboards up, or something like that in order for them to be trapped within a box refrainment, this is how it's actually done. Now, all you have to do is take away one foundation, and you have all of your benches right there, and you even have water that's right there as well, and that makes everything just completely worth it in this type of area. You never need to worry about your stuff being damaged again. You never need to worry about a griefer, just like on how we had to deal with yesterday, where this person just wanted to keep 10 cap bounty because, again, the bounty system's terrible. So, with this kind of setup on a PvE server, all you have to do is shoot a base once. You get a 10 cap bounty. You cannot get the 200 cap bounty or 150 caps that you get from that person because it's hard capped at 10 caps. But if you engage them and they kill you, they actually get 170, 180 caps. This is what people have been doing for griefing. So again, if you get rid of their way to destroy things with this actual setup, you never need to worry about this kind of stuff again. You have this base that's built. All you're going to do is just waste your time. He's going to just keep coming, destroying one thing, doing this other thing, and getting everything else done. And honestly, I'm going to just have B-roll for the rest of this video because it's going to look really good, and having everything else established, because again, it's plain cut and dry. Setting it up is one thing, and I'll be doing a full build log about how to actually build this with no commentary. Have a good one, guys.